welcome back to my channel. Teacher Kim here. So I have a few minutes between class and I was requested to do a new devotional that a friend of mine, really wanted to hear. And when she mentioned it to me, I had something in mind. I just had to find it. So I found it a few minutes ago and I look really, really shaded. I don't know why. But anyway, I found it a few minutes ago. Oh, no, that's not it. Anyway, and I thought I would take a few minutes to read it. I got my Bible back. So it is from my Bible, my Sanctuary Bible. And like I said, these devotions in here, daily devotionals, are um, very much what we need. A lot of times we don't realize we need it, but we need it. So she asked me to speak of materialism and materialistic things. And while I didn't find the exact devotional talk about materialistic things specifically, materialism is the want for money, and this is talking about the right perspective in a money crisis. And so that's, I think, kind of the same realm, and when I read it, you'll see why I think it's the same. So this comes from the Bible verse in 1 Timothy 6:10. It says, "The love of money is the root of all kinds of evil, and some people, craving money or things, have wandered from the true faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows." So, let's read it and then we'll discuss. So it says, the right perspective in a money crisis. Why is it that money brings out the worst in so many Christians? Why is it so easy to judge people without knowing all the facts? It's because our entire lives are built around money. Our society runs on money, and people are often judged by how much money they have. We cannot live without money. It's the only way to get our food, keep our shelter, and obtain and run our vehicles. We work so we can get paid. Then we pay money so we can get to work. We pay taxes. We pay for college. We try to save for retirement. Money, money, money. Money by itself is not a bad thing. Money is amoral, neither good or bad. Everyone needs it. Few people would say they have enough. Most people want more. In God's hands, money can accomplish much for His kingdom. God doesn't need money to do His work, but He accepts the resources we offer for His kingdom. But what evil money can produce when it is in Satan's hands? He knows just how to use it to divide families, churches, and nations. He knows how to make it start wars. He knows how to make it ruin friendships. He knows how to keep Christians from even talking about it because they don't want to become casualties in gossip wars. How shameful when Christians let this happen. Maybe you need to be a catalyst to bring some perspective. Instead of grabbing onto tasty gossip, consider other situations from their vantage point. You need to be the one to say, I don't think we can really judge that situation. We don't know all the facts. Even in the middle of your crisis, you can do others a great favor by being the one with the right perspective. You know from your crisis that you don't want people judging you for what they don't or can't understand. Apply that to others. Be the one to help break the power of money used or viewed wrongly in your Christian fellowship. This is by Linda K. Taylor, from Does God Care If I Can't Pay My Bills? Something she wrote back in 95. So, some things in here that really, stood out to me is, well, it's true. One, money makes the world go round. While money is the root of evil, it is not evil. But it's the pursuit of money above all else. So when you pursue money or things and think that everyone owes you something, or that, It's okay to think you don't have enough. I think that often. Um, but I'm thankful that I have as much as I do to where I can pay my bills and take care of my family. Um, when that's not enough for you, when you can't accept, you know, when you either can't take care of yourself for whatever reason, um, and it's intentional that you go and poor mouth. I'm not talking about when you actually are needing it. I'm talking about people who, and we all know that person who will poor mouth and say how poor they are and how broke they are and how they can't afford things, when in reality they can. They just are wanting someone else to give them money and give them things. Um, or they're letting things stand between them and others. That's when it divides churches, families. It divides, I mean, people have divorced over money. Um, so, how do we fix this? Is it, make more money? No. Money's not going to solve the problems either. It's letting God control our finances. It's also forgiving those who put money first, um, because they don't know better. They're not following God. They're following Satan, selfishness, sin, however you want to word it. If they're thinking that money and things will fix all their problems or make them happy, they are sorely mistaken. And I hope for their sake they find the truth. God can do amazing things. I mean, my family alone, we moved out of state. By the time we paid the deposits on everything and for our home, we had like nothing left. The first month or so, we still had food stamps left from when we were living in South Carolina, and we used our food stamps because we didn't have enough to get groceries, and we knew it would take too long to contact North Carolina. And since our addresses had not changed over and all, we went ahead and used them, um, just for the first month or so, just to get us by. Just when we first moved in, we bought our groceries. Um, I've been to the point where I've had to ask for money. Um, and I've been to the point where I couldn't pay it back like I wanted to. But, big but, when I have trusted God instead of trying to figure it out myself, when I have put it in God's hands, I have never run out of money. I may have felt like it, I may have been close, but I haven't run out. God can stretch it and make it last for you if you let Him. And you'll find that it's not about all the fancy things in the world. There will always be those people that put things before people. They are sin. They are living in sin, whether they realize it or not. The best thing you can do is pray for them. Pray that God helps them to trust Him with their finances, helps them to, there's so many circumstances out there that they could be going through. And like it said, it's not for us to judge them. And if they wrong us, then it is on us to forgive them. Forgiveness is not for the person who wronged you. When you say, I forgive you, you're letting it go yourself. If you hold on to anger at someone, something they've done, maybe they stole from you, maybe, you they said they were in a poor way and you gave them money and they didn't pay you back and they turned around and blew it on something else. If you hold on to that, you're giving that anger, that frustration, power. You want to let it go. You want to forgive them for yourself. I'm not going into all my past. If you've watched any of my lives, you've gotten bits and pieces. I have yet to tell everything, and I probably never will. It's not important. But what is important is to know that through everything negative that I've been through in my life, through everything positive I've been through in my life, through every crazy situation that I never thought I would wind up in, God has been there. And I'm thankful for those who have forgiven me when I wronged them. And I'm thankful that I can follow God and forgive those who wronged me. So I got a little off topic. I apologize. But the point is, money, things, materialistic things are neither good nor bad. It's what power you put into them. If you are worshiping, or if someone, not you personally, but if someone is worshiping things and thinking that things are the only way they'll be happy, they're sinning. The best thing you can do is pray for them, and if possible, go to them in love through God's power, God's wisdom to go to them and talk to them. But at the end of the day, the best thing you can do for anyone that's wronged you, for any reason they've wronged you for, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what they wronged you about. Forgive them, because that's not for them. You're not forgiving them for them. You're doing it for you, or else they hold power over you. It's not easy to do. That's something that only can be done through God's power, but it is possible. So, while the love of money is the root of all evil, we don't have to love evil. It's up to you to make the choice on what you love. It's up to you on what you give power. Do you give God the power and the glory and let Him handle it all for you? Or do you hold on to it because it's, like I said in my last one, do you let go and let God handle it? Or do you hold on to it? The choice is yours. Thanks for watching.